As the clock struck midnight, Mark reluctantly settled into his chair behind the dimly lit counter of the isolated gas station. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, casting eerie shadows on the worn linoleum floor. Rain tapped on the windows, creating an eerie symphony of drops that matched the rhythm of his anxious heartbeat. Mark had been working the night shift for years, but tonight felt different. An unshakable sense of dread hung in the air. The only thing that kept him company was a steaming cup of stale coffee. As he gazed out at the rain-soaked parking lot, he noticed a flicker of movement in the shadows. A tall, thin figure emerged from the darkness, shrouded in a tattered, mud-stained trench coat. The stranger's face was obscured by the hood, casting his features into sinister anonymity. The stranger approached the counter, his boots leaving wet footprints on the floor. Mark forced a polite smile. "Evening, sir. Can I help you with something?" The man's voice was a low, raspy whisper that sent chills down Mark's spine. "A pack of cigarettes," he muttered, his fingers trembling as he produced a crumpled bill from his pocket. Mark retrieved the cigarettes and gave the man his change, all the while studying the strange character. His eyes were wide and bloodshot, darting around the store as if searching for something, or someone. Suddenly, the stranger leaned in closer, his breath hot and rancid. "You ever hear about the Shadowman?" he hissed. Mark frowned, unease gripping him. "Shadowman? Can't say I have. What's that?" The man's lips curled into a sinister grin. "He's always here, you know, in the shadows. Watching, waiting." Mark's pulse quickened, and he glanced nervously around the store. The fluorescent lights seemed to flicker and dim, casting the gas station into an unsettling darkness. He desperately wanted this bizarre encounter to end. The stranger leaned even closer, his eyes now maniacal. "But you see, he's hungry tonight. He needs to feed. And I think he likes you." Mark's heart pounded as he backed away from the counter, realizing the man was deranged and dangerous. He fumbled for the panic button under the counter, praying for the police to arrive. Just then, the lights went out completely, plunging the gas station into pitch-black darkness. Mark's frantic breathing echoed in the void. He could hear the man's eerie laughter, echoing like a malevolent specter. In the distance, sirens wailed, growing louder as they approached. The stranger's laughter turned to panicked gasps, and then silence. The police arrived, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. They found Mark huddled behind the counter, shaken but safe. The strange man was nowhere to be found. As the officers searched the station, Mark couldn't shake the feeling that the Shadowman was still out there, lurking in the shadows, hungry for something darker than the night itself.